And we know that the conditions that led to the origin of life on Earth were present on Mars 3.8, 4 billion years ago. And we know that they're present on Europa today.
It's one of the largest, it's one of the biggest, the most profound question in all science. We are the only people throughout the world. For hundreds of years, this question has captured the attention of the imaginations of philosophers, astronomers, and philosophers, as well as curious minds and interested minds alike. The vast expanse of the cosmos, with billions of galaxies, each filled with an abundance of stars and potentially of stars, and possibly the universe beckons us with its mysteries. And so we arrive in the crossing point of curiosity and scientific inquiry, thinking about a subject that is as old as time. There is life in the universe beyond Earth. I'm certain that there's life and other civilizations that are out there and civilizations because, the pieces of the universe we see is in order 2 trillion galaxies within the visible universe, which is a tiny area of the universe. Perhaps an infinite universe far beyond. There's life in the civilizations, that there must be, the question is more about how many contactable, how far do you need to be? It could be that you must leave the galaxy, and I'm thinking of getting another. And I'm thinking that's the main question, that it's inside our galaxy. I can't find, will never stop ever going to be, from another galaxy. Therefore, it's not even a factor, but within our galaxy 400 billion stars. That's the question of what's there in. There's plenty to explore as we dive further into the universe. The possibility that aliens exist is becoming not only a whimsical concept, however, it is a question that is rooted in science possibility of this galaxy being real. The Milky Way is home to more than $100 billion stars, as well as recent developments in astronomy has led to the discovery of thousands of exoplanets, some of which are in the zone that is habitable for them. Stars in which conditions may support the way we live our lives. Imagine for a moment the variety of species of life that can exist in these myriad worlds and live as an expression of the world's complexity may have been numerous times throughout various forms that can be seen over vast expanses of space, the principles of chemistry of space, the laws of chemistry. Physics is consistent throughout the cosmos, suggesting that the processes which sparked life that brought life to Earth that sparked life on Earth. The same idea is replicated elsewhere. In addition to the sheer old age is nearly 14 billion years is a lot of time. The canvas to allow intelligent life to develop. Our planet is a mere 4.5 billion years old, more senior in comparison to a young body on the cosmic timeline of the older stars. System civilizations may have arisen and grew rapidly, with the potential to reach technological advances that are far above our current capabilities, however, beyond our current capabilities. This leads us to an interesting paradox that is fascinating. The universe is a team with life, and the universe is a team. Intelligent beings have accumulated billions of years to develop and possibly years to create and explore. Isn't the galaxy there? Why have we yet to discover it? The definitive proof of their existence. This enigma presents us with a puzzling enigma. The contradiction between high probability and low probabilities and the absence of evidence when we look on the stars and think about the mysteries of the cosmos we have of the universe. We have an intriguing question that challenges our understanding of the universe, as well as it is the place where all the aliens there's a phenomenon known as my paradox. The point is to accept in the Milky Way galaxy there is something as many as 400 billion stars within the Milky Way, and more recently, we've been finding planets in every star. We can look over and are aware of more than 1,000. The planets are now more in the distant stars, so it appears like the planets are not uncommon. So 400 billion or 100 billion solar systems that our galaxy contains has been around for more than 11 billion years. The issue is there were civilizations in the universe, and if they'd been able to survive, they'd have been able to spread across the galaxy to date, or at a minimum their artifacts, their self-replicating machines, robots that can be used to mine and go and rebuild them, and then rapidly reproduce to fill the galaxy. We're not, I need to do it better. By far away, I am referring to, we could give you 10,000 years, but we are aware that we could do that in principle. And then we'll be able to then colonize the galaxy. We're only around 10,000 years in a blink. The number of people who have been 11 billion. The time for those events to occur so that they can be. The question is, why can't we discover the artifacts from other civilizations and that we don't know what it is? That they're scarce is possible, that it's because civilizations have to destroy themselves before. When they get there, it could be because civilizations aren't exploring. However, it isn't easy to understand since exploration seems to be the core of in science. And also the force driving civilization was the beginning of it all. Therefore, it's an excellent question, in fact. And also the answer is that we need to know what we are looking for. Extraterrestrial intelligence guides us to face the Fermi Paradox, to confront the apparent, the contradiction between the possibility of alien life, and the absence of proof or evidence for contact of such civilization. In the various theories it was suggested to clarify the cause of this paradox, one is notable for its striking and intriguing style. The zoo hypothesis is a theory that suggests that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations are aware of the human race and actively watching Earth is similar to zookeepers, supervise animals at the animal zoo. By this theory, civilizations have developed a kind of galactic quarantine deliberately, avoid contact with us to permit the natural origin and the socio-cultural development, much like the conservationist nature habitats are protected from outside interference in this. The theory is that the Milky Way may be full of intelligent life, but these advanced beings prefer to be hidden, or they could be unobtrusive. They could particular developmental milestone or an ethical standard must be established before they can make themselves known. Could be as the cosmic test that humanity conducts unaware participants. This scenario could be able to explain the eerie insomnia of the universe and the absence of physical evidence to support extraterrestrials' visitations, suggest the possibility of a universe in which intelligent life is abundant, however deliberately discrete and in the most unlikely places. And its inhabitants are a part of a huge, unseen experiment or observation. Recently, the area has experienced a resurrection of public interest in the potential of alien visitation on Earth this time around. The curiosity is fueled by declassified government reports on advancements in astronomical technology and the inexpensive allure of the unknown. The concept we could be living in galactic space. Zoo inspires imagination and stimulates both philosophical and scientific discussion about our place in the universe and nature of existence beyond the world, and I'm extremely open-minded regarding the topics. I haven't seen one. A small piece of evidence that comes from any credible. I have a source who tells us that they've been visits based on extraordinary claims are required. Incredible evidence. It is worth a look. The search for life on Mars at the moment. So the persistent Roberts has been tested and is in circulation. It's taking cores. It can drill, do spectroscopy, chemistry, and more. These things, but ultimately all scientists I've talked with about this mission. He also said that even there are indications that there's a complex organics there that we can be gathered from these instruments. The only way to believe it is if bring those specimens back to Earth, and then we let them experiment using the vast facilities we have here on Earth, and even then it is likely to take around 20 years before the time people began to accept it, since if you take a look at the pictures, there you will see that their stratales are the Earth structures, also known as stratales. Right, that should be considered to be the oldest living evidence 3.8 billion years ago of Western Australia, for example, and the other states in Australia, the subject of debate, although we held them in our hands for more than 20 years, for years or more. There was a lot of discussion for years about whether or not they were evidence of existence, and that's not the only reason you're required to put in, even if you've only had a small amount of evidence from a long back in the past the case. Or another world in terms of Mars, you've got to be working extremely hard. Difficult to prove that you've not been deceived. A lot of research is analyzing the incorrect observations in your observations. You are not able to make the right observations. You're searching for a life that goes beyond Earth. Be aware that looking for life's events on Earth, when you return 3.5 billion years have been extremely. The issue is controversial. Therefore, it's been cut short. You have very concrete evidence of UFOs landing in the likes of Hyde Park. Or if I were thinking about something, I'd think, we could get a signal we are looking for. It's the setting which is important scientific information, endeavor to travel. And listen, I'm talking about the first thing you'd like to do is to look for evidence. Advanced creatures in a different zoo. The hypothesis that guardianship of a child, a civilization that is launching its own journey through the stars. On the other hand, the zoo hypothesis has its own A set of critiques should be made if this ultra-advanced, the existence of civilizations is the reason why they remain invisible to our instruments. It's reasonable to believe that it is good to assume that 1 million years ahead of us have technology that is so advanced, it will not leave any trace. But a civilization of this kind could also produce megastructures, emit energy, or create it. Easily detectable signatures with our present or near technologies. This lack of evidence challenges the idea of a vast zoo igniting debates about the nature of an alien civilization millions of years to come. We can say that 1 billion years, it's not over. There is nothing that you get from the civilizations that have evolved billions of years before us. That's why are they missing? Why don't we have them? Then people begin to say, maybe there's a finite time that will last forever. Civilizations could be destroyed. They might not even be spacefarer in all civilizations. It's Elon Musk's argument when you ask him why you would like to go to Mars. You can make a very convincing argument that we need to look into the way it could be Star Wars. What are the aliens in one of, for instance, the Fermi Paradox question? A lot of people have asked me whether I've ever seen evidence of aliens, and I don't know any proof of aliens. Is quite a concern because most likely you'd rather have seen a few archaeological evidence of an alliance with to my knowledge, to the best of my knowledge, there isn't a single thing that I can think any proof of aliens out there. They're subtle as we look at them from the frontier in cosmic discovery. The enigma extraterrestrial life continues to be one of the greatest riddle of all time. However, this pursuit is more than a search seeking answers, reflects our deep need to know our place in the cosmos, regardless of whether we are alone or part of the cosmos. Greater galactic community, our mission. With each discovery and each hypothesis helps us understand the deep mysteries and secrets of this inexplicably mysterious universe. This is FactXNova, where we believe knowledge is power, but wisdom is knowing when to share it. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enriching content.